full of my regret. I keep hearing what my mother said. Eyes are open, all I see is red.
Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. This is the last part of the three-part video series to compare the performances of the three programming languages that we have been talking about: Shell, Python, and Java. Today we have here a simple Java program that you can see on the screen, and the simple purpose of this program is to traverse through the previous CSV datasheet that we actually worked on the shell with the shell program. And if you haven't checked that out, you could check it out. It's the first part of this try video series, and actually you can see here that we are actually performing the same search queries all over again. So let me just go through the code here. You can see that I have used a string to store my data.csv, and then later on, well, actually it's not storing the entire data set. What it's actually doing is, when it's reading column by column, it's actually storing that simple column into this string. And the later part, well, here you can see that there is another string that I have used, and it says that it's actually using this comma to separate all the different cells from the data set. And I have used about 4 strings again. And what I am doing with all this search 0, search 1, search 2, search 3, with all these different strings, I'm going to use my search operations. We'll see later on how this works. Well, you can see that here I have set search 0 as a date, and search 2 as a temperature or an integer, and search 1 as the name of a city. I've basically set my search queries here rather than the console, so that it's going to take much less time and I would get a proper value. Going into the main try block, we can see that I have opened a buffered reader here, and this file reader is actually opening my CSV file. Well, this is the string actually, like it's going to continue on and on until and unless the data set reaches the endpoint. So here what I'm going to do is I'm actually saving the float value of the string 5. That is, the string 5 is actually the column number for sound level. So I'm actually storing my sound levels in this variable f, and if the sound level is crossing 2000, well, this is just an example query, I'll just increment one of this counter variables. All these variables, all these integers over here, like O, P, Q, and Q, R, and S, all of these are just count variables. So you can see whenever I get what I'm looking for, I'm incrementing this, and that. Well, that's how it works. And the last part is, well, this is just giving me the output. You can see that the counts, I'm actually interested in all the counts, that's all. So yeah, and there I have just added a catch block just in case I cannot open my. Alright, we have come to the end of the program, and the only thing that you can see here is a variable called long in time equals system.nanotime. So what this does is actually where during the beginning of the program, what it does is it actually starts the time and it starts counting with nanotime. It starts counting with nanoseconds. And after the execution of the entire program, what it does is it will just give me a record of how much time it has actually taken. So let's go over and run. Yeah, there you go. What I can see in my console is the number of entries with date, like 2015 3/7, that is the March of 2015. The 7th March of 2015 is there are about 2016 entries. And in the entire March of 2015, there has been about 54,243 entries, and there have been about 21,965 entries with the city named Boston, and there has been only about 6 entries with temperature that is exactly equal to 23.8, and there has been about 1,321 entries with sound levels greater than 2,000. And you can see here at the end that it took me about 1177 milliseconds to perform this entire operation. So let me go over and check if this is the actual value or not. Yeah, well, it actually varies depending on the system sometimes. So it took me now about 1247 milliseconds. So undoubtedly what this program does is almost similar to the one that I have done before in my bash script, but it has taken so much more time than the others, because you know that the bash script actually took about 647 milliseconds, and what this Java program is taking is about 1247 milliseconds. So yeah, it's almost double, and I think for some reason it's not the best choice for this current operation. Well, there we go. We have come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching.